Hello, my name is Aidar. In this video, exercise 4, I will show you how to create hydrological response units. First of all, you need to open RStudio and create a chunk for code and use the function library to activate your libraries SF, raster, terra, and tidyverse. If you don't have these packages installed on your computer, then you can use the function install packages and write here the library you need to install. Otherwise, you can just use the function library and run the chunk to activate them. Next part is the GIS data import, where we import the DM and watershed data. Here you don't need to change anything except the GIS path. So let's delete it and change to your path. You need to open the folder where you store your GIS data. For example, in my case, it's GIS and Zarafshan. And here we need to right click on the folder where we have this data and copy as path. After we copy, we paste the path here, and we need to change the backslash to the slash, since Windows computers use the backslash to specify directories and folders, and RStudio uses the slash symbol. You can change that manually, or you can press on the keyboard Ctrl F, and this panel will appear at the top. And here where it says find, you write the backslash, and at the replace you type the symbol slash and click all, and you can find that all backslashes were replaced by slash, and you can click at the run the chunk to see if it worked. Yes, it worked. And the second important part of this code is the projection. Here we have two projections. What is a projection? A projection is a mathematical method by which the three-dimensional surface of the Earth is represented on a two-dimensional plane, such as a map. Since the Earth is a sphere, directly transferring its surface features to a flat plane introduces distortions in area, shape, distance, or direction. Different types of projections are designed to minimize these distortions depending on the map's purpose. For example, we have the 4326 projection, which is a global projection, and it is used for global positioning and data sets where geographic locations are prioritized. 32642 projection, on the other hand, uses the UTM projection that minimizes distortion within its zone, making it better for precise measurements on a local scale, which is perfect for our study on Zarafshan River Basin. Next, we go to the HRU delineation. What is HRU? HRU is a hydrological response unit. It is a fundamental concept used in hydrological modeling to represent a portion of the landscape that shares similar hydrological characteristics. The idea is to divide a complex watershed into smaller, more manageable units that respond similarly to different characteristics, for example, precipitation. These response units are defined based on a combination of physical characteristics such as land use, soil type, slope, vegetation, precipitation, etc. In our hydrological response units, we divide by the elevation bands, and each elevation band has 500 meters of vertical spacing, and here in the configurations we define these 500 meters. Click run. Let's go to the next part where we do the post-processing. First of all, we add the river name, Zarafshan. We add elevation information for each elevation band. And after that, if you see the different layers with the HRUs or map, then the run was successful. Then we add unique HRU names for each elevation band so we can manage this elevation band better. If it worked, then you can see the different elevation bands in different color here. Then we convert it to the shapefile and we save our results in a folder that we specified in the GIS path in the beginning. And here the name of our shapefile, you can change that. For example, I named it HRU UTM test. So let's run it. And now we can proceed to the QGIS. When you import your shapefile of HRU to the QGIS, you will see something like this. It will be a colorful shapefile with the lines. And let's see at the attribute table, and we can see the unique HRU names for each elevation band, Zarafshan 1, Zarafshan 2, and the elevation values at the Z column. Now we can proceed to the visualization. Let's go to the properties, and we need to change the single symbol to the categorized or graduated. I usually use categorized, and here we need to choose the value name. Then we can classify, and it will have the random colors color ramp. It means that it will have random colors for each elevation band. For example, we can see it like this. If you like it, then you can use it like this, but I usually choose different color ramp. For example, we can create a color ramp for the CPT CT and use the topography color palettes. For example, wiki one. Let's look at the result. Here it is. But also I use the turbo color ramp, which also looks good on the HRUs. And that's all for this video. Thank you for your attention. If you have any comments or questions, please write us. Goodbye.